Swap. Okay. All right, most on Christ. Shalom, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Barak Thumb, Yahweh Shema, Allah Thumb, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, priest and officer of 1,000 Malaahkya, holding down a Tuesday brotherhood class. If everybody can see it, I'm going to double check on social medias actually. I.S.U.P.K Philly. And subscribe to the UPK Philly. You understand? Subscribe to that page. We got all this good content coming out, camps. You understand me? Everything seems like it's good to go. So before we start the class, just know that, of course, when we had these battles and this truth, of course, you have your battles that you battle every day. You know, everybody got their battles that they dealing with on a day-to-day basis. But when you have like a battle, like of course you know that this ain't like the normal ones. This ain't like the average ones that you go through. You haven't won one of those type battles. You gotta come out of that battle a whole different creature. Understand? Like you can't just cry and whine and bitch the whole way through. Like you gotta really be a soldier and come out of that battle a whole different type of person. You understand? Whole different type of person. This is warfare. You understand? I wish we could number all the times that we prayed for strength. That's probably the most popular prayer that has ever been prayed by everybody on the face of this earth. I can just imagine how many times the Most High heard us pray for strength. You understand? So when we get inside these battles, these tough battles, we can't be whining the whole way through it. You whining through the battle the whole way, and then you get out the battle and you pray to the Most High that thank you for helping me through it. Thank you for getting me through that battle, that hard time. Whole time you were just whining and crowning and complaining, but you posting on social media, oh God give his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers, but you crying the whole time about it. Understand? You whining about it. You better use that strength that you've been praying for. Understand? Use that strength that you've acquired through fasting. You understand? You can't sit here and cry about it the whole time and then pray to God and thank him that he had mercy on you. Nah, listen, the Most High is a man of war. Understand? He is a man of war. Is that what they say on the board? Malaahkya. Understand? That's war. That's actually what it say right there on the board. I ain't even noticed. You understand? He's a man of war, and we are the vessels that he created for honor and glory. You understand? Him being a man of war, we have to be children of war. Understand? This have to be our warfare. That's what life is warfare. You got to come out of these battles a whole different creature. Not just it's trying to sit and at home, crying or soaking around. You better be active. You understand? You better be active and moving and grooving and finding your stride and making progress. You understand? This class today is being titled Spiritual Egypt. You understand? Because that's what we are in. We are in spiritual Egypt in America. Of course, we know Egypt back in the Bible, Mizraim is what the Hebrew name for it is. That's where we experienced our first bondage. You understand? The first time God's chosen people have ever been in bondage. We've been in bondage plenty of times. We think the first time we've been in bondage was in Africa, when we were sold to our oppressor and brought to the land of America. You understand? And that's a whole different topic. Like that is a part of this history in this land. We was slaves. You understand? I guess they think that all bygones just be bygones since they let us free and allowed us to work for them, I guess. And that's a whole different topic. But we think that our first time being enslaved as so-called African Americans was here in the land of in the land of America. We think that was our first time, but our first time being enslaved was in actual Egypt, in Africa, where we claim to be from, where we want to connect with so bad. You understand? That's our first time being enslaved, and that took a toll on us. You understand? It took an amazing toll on the Israelites, us blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. It took a great toll. You understand? So much so that even when we was free, we was still fighting to go back. You understand? That is something that is spiritual because America is modeled after Egypt. You understand? It is modeled after Egypt. And if you know anything about this Bible, it says that there is no new thing under the sun. So just like how, you die, come back to life through reincarnation, a lot of things is resurrected again inside this earth. And Egypt is one of them that was resurrected through America. You understand? Give me Revelations chapter 17 and verse 1.
Revelations chapter 17, verse 1.
Let me catch up with you. Go ahead.
And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgments of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
And there came one of the seven angels, had the seven vials, and talked with them, saying, Come hither to me, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Of course, this is John on the island of Patmos. He was having visions. And it's saying the Most High was showing him visions of the future. That's why the book of Revelations is called Revelations. Understand? It was revealing things. That's why a lot of times throughout this entire book, things aren't just straightforward. It's not to be taken literally. This is the part of the Bible where you have to really understand what's being said. It's breakdowns, it's metaphors. This thing means that. You understand? Everything ain't just straightforward. So he said, He come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many, many waters. Now, of course, the whore in this context is speaking about a woman or a person that is taking in a lot of different philosophies. Because the Bible say that Israel was married to the Most High. Understand? We are his wife. That's how the Most High view us. Because of course you have a wife, you got her, protector, leader, understand, correct her, all the good stuff. That's how the Most High is to us. And when he speak about us committing whoredom, he's speaking about us going and dealing with different gods. You understand? Going and dealing with different philosophies. That's why here it's referring to a great whore, because she is, dealing with all of the gods, all of the false gods. It's referring to America. America is, freedom of religion. Most countries, if not all other countries and all other continents, they have their God. You understand? If you get caught serving a different God, damn near a death penalty offense. You understand? They don't got all of this Christmas, you understand, white Jesus over there, unless, of course, we're going to get into it more. But they have their God that rule their land. America is the land where all religions is welcome. All gods are welcome. You have freedom of religion. That's why I was referring to it as a great whore. Of course, that sitteth upon many waters. You understand? Upon many waters. We're not really uh we're surrounded by waters. I just can't put it no other way. You got the Atlantic Ocean, you understand, on one side, Pacific Ocean on the other side. We are surrounded by many waters. You understand? In the land of America. The whore that sitteth upon many waters. And you got to think, okay, who is this talking about? You understand? When you read these scriptures, you got to think to yourself, all right, who could this be referring to? We breaking it down for you. You understand? We breaking it down for you, line upon line. Read that next verse.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication,
Uh-huh.
and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Because America go and they spread their religion, they spread their Christianity throughout the earth. You understand? All these continents, all these countries have their religion, but of course, America and our oppressor through the sword, through the sword, he spread his philosophy. He spread his religion. Number one religion in Africa, Christianity. In Africa, in the heart of Africa. You understand? The most blackest people on the face of this earth, they follow a white savior. You understand? They say, in whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, because they all teach the same doctrine. You understand? They all got a part of the same doctrine that America is trying to spread. Have all committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Everybody on this earth, man, you understand? They looking at America as if they're God. They want a piece of that. You understand? That's why you got brothers and sisters dying to get across the border. They're dying to leave their country, their land, to come to America because it's portrayed as such a sweet place. That's why a lot of brothers today, fall to the tracks that horror set for them. Because they are portrayed as, just such a sweet place. They call it sweet. You understand? They want you. You understand? Until you finally get here and you deal with them and you see, man, I should not have done that. You understand? And you finally see after that demon left you, I should not have slept with that whore. You finally see it, but it's too late. You understand? Because this just portrayed to be so nice and sweet, the land of the free, the home of the brave. You understand? It's so sweet. You got the American dream. You understand? America pushed that throughout the whole earth, and all of the inhabitants have become drunk with the wine of her fornication. You understand? Fornication, of course, is as a man, you having sex with a woman that belongs to another man. It's unlawful sex. As a woman, is you're having sex with a man that is not yours. You understand? And of course, this fornication is going with the metaphor that you have a woman that's married to their God, but this woman is married to all different types of gods. You understand? Everybody that's in this land is married to all different types of gods. No matter what religion you're in, it comes from, Roman paganism. It's all different types of Greek gods mixed in there. Every religion that you follow, all these customs that we follow, it's just a bunch of different gods combined all in one. You understand? They'll say the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication. Read on.
I'm gone. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Now, this 7 heads and 10 horns is speaking about all of the different empires and powers that came from Rome. You understand? That they came from the Roman Empire once it fell. Because of course, just like all of the different empires on this earth that rose to maximum power, Understand? Damn near ruled the entire earth. They all fell. You got the Chinese dynasty, you got the Roman Empire, you got Egypt. They all rose to maximum power. Then it was brought down to the earth. So like it. Cause you bring the camera down, so it's like eye, you know what I mean? Like right there on the eye level. Bubble will show. Bear with us. Yep, perfect. That's perfect. You understand? All these empires on this earth rose and fell because they wasn't, ruled by righteous laws inside this Bible. They was ruled by greedy men, understanding carnal men. That's why they all rose and fell. Rome was one of them. And when Rome fell, they gave birth to a lot of different powers, a lot of different empires that ruled this earth. 10 horns. I got it in my notes. Let me see. I can break down this next week. It's actually a long breakdown. Uh, 7 heads was England, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Russia, France, and Italy. 10 horns: USA, Australia, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Belgium. All of these people and these empires emerged from the Roman Empire when it fell. You understand? That's what ruled this earth to today. Rome. You understand? That's what rules this entire earth today. Christianity is the biggest religion on the face of this earth. You understand? And be more specific, Roman Catholic. Listen, in 2023, Roman philosophy is still thriving in this earth through Christianity. It's called the Roman Catholics. That's where you get your preachers from. That's where you get Christianity from. That's where you get this whole ideology from, which doesn't make sense to me because how can you claim to be a follower of Christ, but you following the people that plotted on him his entire life? You understand? The Romans is the one that killed Christ. It doesn't make sense that you can claim to be a follower of Christ, but then you're cool with the people that killed him. You're cool with the philosophy that killed him. You're married to the philosophy that killed him. You understand? It doesn't make sense. If somebody killed your brother, your sibling, or your son, or your parents unjustly, you understand me? If somebody in their whole organization, their whole family killed them, you wouldn't want nothing to do with them. You understand me? You would not want anything to do with nothing that has to do with anybody. You would want them dead. And you would want all of them dead. But yet in Christianity, you are married to the philosophy that got Christ killed. You understand? When Christ was on this earth, the Romans was in rulership. You understand? The person that was ruling Rome during that time, he sent out the decree to have the males killed because he didn't want Christ to rule. This came from a Roman Empire. Understand? The Roman Empire sent out a decree to kill all the males to have Christ killed so that he could not rule over his people. And that decree is still in effect to this very day. I'm talking about thousands of years ago. It's still in effect. You got these Planned Parenthood killing hundreds of thousands of Black and Hispanic babies yearly. Yearly. Even the babies that survive, even the men that survive, they're still walking around dead. You understand? They are not inside these homes. It's no presence. They don't have a presence in our community. You understand? Even that philosophy, you want to take it spiritually to kill all of the men. You understand? That philosophy and that spirit is still thriving inside of these households. You understand? We're battling that Roman philosophy. When you try to step into a household or you try to raise a family, you understand? Because our women believe that they can be the mother and the father. They believe that They don't need any body. You understand? And just like how I said in the beginning of class, you go through a battle, you gotta come out a different being, a different beast. Understand? Because people in the world go through that same battle. They go through a battle where it's just so tough, and they even say, like, okay, when you get through your darkest times alone, it really show you that you don't need anybody. You understand? That's what they say. They go through them dark times and they come out in a worse condition that they was before. They think that they've gained strength to handle everything on their own, but what they really gained was trust issues. Now they can't trust nobody. Now they don't think that they can even rely on anybody. It's reverse psychology. They're lying to themselves. In their mind, oh, when I needed people, wasn't nobody available. I didn't have nobody to turn to. So they twisted like, oh damn, I couldn't get any help. Now they twisted and thinking, okay, I don't need any help. It's just reverse psychology. They're lying to themselves because they was in them dark places in that dark time and they ain't had nobody to lean on. You understand? Inside this truth, you had people to lean on. You got your brothers. You got these sisters. As a wife, you have your husband. As a husband, you have your wives. You understand? You also have this truth and this brotherhood and sisterhood to help you get through them dark times. But in the world, nah, that Roman philosophy takes over. They believe they don't need a man. Their household is better off without a man. If that man was just dead, you understand? Just like how the Romans had all these male children killed. You understand? Trying to eliminate that masculine presence from our household. And that's what we have today. Roman is still controlling this earth. Their philosophy is still ruling this earth. You understand? Rome got their blueprint from Egypt. Because that was the same thing that happened in Egypt. Pharaoh sent out for the male children to be murdered. You understand me? He sent that decree out, of course, to remove that masculine presence from our households. America got their blueprint from Egypt as well, because you see the same thing. America is spiritually Egypt. Read that next verse, bro. Keep on reading.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. It's like first of all.
It's like
I think it's first of all. Well, no, I can keep reading.
No, start from 4 again.
And
Well,
the
it's
woman,
like so we carried away into the spirit in the wilderness. I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet beast, a beast full of names and blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. We broke down that understand, showing that they all came from Rome. All of these empires, all of these kings came from Rome, and that Rome is still ruling this earth today. Rome has been resurrected inside of the country, the continent, North America, country of America. You understand? It's been resurrected. It's still ruling this earth. Those philosophies is still, thriving in this land. It's dying though. I did see I forget what it's called, a news segment that's showing that the followers of Christianity is dying. You understand? I think it went from like something like 80 or 90% of people was followers of the Christian church, and it dropped down to about like 60%. You understand? So that Roman philosophy is dying, but it's still got a hold on our people. You understand? That 7 heads and that ten horn belong to the beast that is the Romans, which is Egypt. You understand? Read verse 4.
God. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand.
Man, like I said, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. That's your whole entire wardrobe of Christian church. They known for that bright purple, that purple and gold. You understand? This is the spirit of Rome. This is the spirit of this wicked beast that we're reading about in Revelations. You understand? You out of all of the colors that they could have chose to represent them in Christianity, same thing with the IUIC. Out of all the colors that they could have chose, they picked this purple, which this isn't the only time inside the Bible where it refers to a wicked person being arrayed in purple. You understand me? It isn't the first time. So these religious institutes like Christianity, like these Israelite pastors, out of all of the colors they could have picked, they picked this purple that is being used to represent this Roman spirit. You understand? The spirit that killed Christ, that was opposed to Christ. But as people would say in the world, the antichrist. They picked the color that the Bible uses to symbolize the antichrist. You understand? We too old to be believing in coincidences. Oh, well, they just picked purple because they like purple. You know who also picked purple? The LGBTQ. They picked them in the rainbow. They took the rainbow and made it this disgusting thing. The rainbow belonged to the Most High as a covenant He made between the earth. He would never flood the earth again with water. Understand? That rainbow belongs to the Most High. The LGBTQ and their disgusting pride, you understand? They took that rainbow and they gave every color something that symbolizes Pride Month or the LGBTQ movement. That color purple symbolizes their spirit. You understand? Their spirit, because it's wicked and evil. The Christian church, if you had to pick color, it will be purple. That's what they are known for, bro. Because it shows their evil and their wicked spirit. You understand? IUIC, that purple color, same thing. It say this woman was arrayed in purple, purple everywhere. You understand? And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. If this is not talking about America, what is it talking about? America is like how the Bible say, it is the cage of every unclean bird. It's Pride Month, man. You got LGBTQ plus. That plus covers everything wicked and evil lust that you want to fulfill when it comes to these sexual desires in America. And so America is full of abomination and filthiness. Literally everything that this Bible teaches is wrong. America promotes it. You understand? God gave us dietary laws. You understand me? He told us what to eat, what not to eat. Pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He said we cannot eat it. America got seafood boils. You understand? They call this lobster, red lobster, a delicacy. You understand? All types of abomination. God said if mankind lie with man as he lied with the woman, then they have committed an abomination. They shall be put to death. America made June Pride Month. Understand? We can go on for days just describing how much this land of America have went against God. You understand? Just like how the Egyptians did, went directly against Moses. And we see how that turned out. America is the same way, man. The exact same way. Say full of abomination and filthiness. You understand? Of her fornication. Remember, this is what your Christian church teaches too. This is what your church teach. They make you go against your common sense. You understand? Because common sense will tell you that you can't just do whatever it is you want to do, and everything is going to be okay. You don't even teach that to your children. Your children have to obey you. Your child can't act up in school because that's what he want to do. Understand? Especially little boys. Little boys want to just go to school and laugh and have fun and make fart jokes. You understand? That's what kids want to do, but they can't do it because you know that they should be doing better. You understand that that's going to lead them to a path of destruction. But you expect for God to let us do what we want to do? It goes against common sense. You understand? You will not allow somebody to rape your child. You understand? You will not allow for somebody else to molest a child, but you expect God to be okay with it? Because if God knows your heart, everything is cool. You understand? God gave us the dietary law. He said this is what we can eat, this is what we can't eat. We say no, that's done away with. And how come the whole earth was shut down from COVID-19 because somebody ate a bat? Whole earth was shut down because someone ate a bat. Now you want to tell me after COVID-19 came and shook this whole earth that we can eat whatever we want to eat? All right, well, keep on. You can allow them over there in Wuhan or wherever it was. Keep on allowing them to eat that, to eat bats, since God know our heart, right? Understand that was a direct shot at this Christian philosophy, man. Understand that at this filthy philosophy that runs America, that runs our household and our mindsets. You understand? If we can do whatever it is we want to do, how come we had the whole world shut down because somebody ate a bat? You understand? It goes against your common sense. Read verse 5.
Come on, sir. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Give me Revelations 11:8. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Like how I said, this philosophy of Babylon, this philosophy of Egypt, of Rome, you understand, that has, polluted the entire earth. Says the mother of harlots, the mother of whores. You understand, the mother of all these uh, worship of different gods. You understand? That comes from Roman paganism. You understand? That comes from all of the paganism that Rome had, Egypt had. There was a god in Egypt for damn near every day. That's where birthdays came from. Came from making people a god on their day. Everybody in Egypt became a god on their birthday. There was a god for the sun, a god for the moon, a god to make it rain, a god to make it stop raining, a god to make it hot. Understand? There was a god for everything that came from Egypt. That's where America gets it from. You understand? All of these customs that we have in America is not inside this Bible. You understand? Just like the feast days. If America claims to be this uh, Christian nation, how come the feast days in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, is not pushed as much as Christmas, as much as Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Memorial Day? Those days is pushed yearly. You get off of work for all those days. You can't find out one of those days inside the Bible. Not one. Understand? But you can find the Feast of First Fruits, Passover, Day of Atonement, the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. The whole Leviticus 23rd chapter is inside of there. You understand? But you won't find that inside of America because it's not a Christian nation. All of their worship and their celebrations and their feast days, it comes from the structure that the Egyptians laid down. You understand? It comes directly from Egypt because America is spiritually Egypt. It still got God's chosen people in slavery. You understand? Egypt was made great because of God's chosen people. America was made great because of God chosen people. You understand? It says the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. This is where we learn this lifestyle from. You understand? This is where we learn how to go against God. That's where we learn it from. You understand? From Egypt. That's why on the back of their dollar bill, it got the pyramids. That's why their Space Force logo is Pharaoh's head. You understand? Because everything is fashioned after the land of Egypt. Let me catch up to Revelations 11 and 8. Go ahead.
Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt,
Mhm.
where also our Lord was crucified.
Where also our Lord was crucified. He was crucified by these Romans. Understanding that is where we're at right now in Rome. And that's where all of our dead bodies lie. All this police brutality that's still going on. Understand? From Rodney King up until now, even before him. That was like the biggest. That was one of the first cases of police brutality that was caught on film. You understand? And it was the biggest one. It wasn't the first one, because trust and believe, but that's where police came from. That's their nature. You understand? They came from slave catchers. Them slave masters did us dirty. You understand? They did us completely dirty. You understand me? Our dead bodies lay inside these streets, especially in the city of Philadelphia. The murder rate is through the roof. Understand? So much so that people want to just get up and leave as if that's going to change anything. Understand? Our dead bodies lie in the street of the great city, this great place that we're in now. Understand? America, even throughout all of the cities. We're the ones being murdered inside these streets. You understand me? Murdered. It's which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt. This place is known for the sodomy. We are in LGBTQ Pride Month. Understand? We're in that very month. It's known for its sodomitish ways. It's known for it. They say what's it called? Um, the Human Rights Committee has declared a state of emergency for the LGBTQ because they said they are under attack because of all these laws that's being passed to ban the transgender movement. You understand? The Human Rights Association. Let me see if I got the name. I know it's the Human Rights something. You understand? The place that deal with all of the human rights have declared a state of emergency for the LGBTQ. They said this the first time this happened in the 40-year history of the Human Rights Organization. You understand? Meanwhile, we've been getting murdered. You understand? Murdered. Ain't been no laws passed. Nothing. Thrown in jail. You understand? Racism. We've experienced racism like none other. They never declared no type of state of emergency. Even when George Floyd was murdered by that cop, and the whole earth was rioting, they didn't declare no state of emergency for us. You understand? Even when we're out here getting murdered by the cops unjustly, understand? Unjustly, there's no state of emergency. That's because this land is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. It's called Egypt because this is where God's chosen people is in captivity. This is where it's at. It ain't no way around it. It's called Sodom and Egypt. So like give me Genesis 11 and 1. Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So it's called Rome too. Because of course, like how we've been bringing out this class, that the Roman Catholics control this earth, especially control America. You understand? Let me see. I said Genesis 11 and 1. So we going from the very end of the Bible to the very beginning of the Bible to prove what we're saying. Read what you got.
Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there.
Yep.
And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
Uh-huh.
And they said, Go to, let us build us a city, and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
Now it said the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And they came together and they decided to build a city and a tower to reach unto heaven. You understand? To reach unto heaven, not to, make friends with God. They wanted to reach unto heaven to battle God, to dethrone God. This what happened when the whole earth was of one language and one speech. You understand? They all came together. All nations, all races, all came together and they was of one speech. And they wanted to go up and battle God and become God themselves. You understand? That's what they wanted to do. Because like I said, every empire rose and fell. These empires come about from somebody, battling and being conquered. They had that same carnal mindset against God. You understand? That's what they wanted to do in Babylon. Read on. It say, and let's make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth. You understand? They wanted to have this reputation, and that was the reputation of Babylon. All people coming together for one purpose, to go against God, to oppose God. You understand? That's what they all came together for in Babylon. Read on.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded.
The Lord didn't come down off his throne. That's what he had angels for. Understand? He sent the angels down to observe what's going on and come give him a report. Understand? Because he is a man of war. He's a general. Understand? He got soldiers to do these things. He don't have to leave his throne and enter into the battlefield. That's what he got these angels for. He said, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. Read on.
Verse 6. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
You understand? When all of the people was together in one place, and they all could communicate with each other. Understand? That's what it's saying. When they all have one language, they could all communicate with each other. This is what they began to do. They began to oppose God. You understand? They didn't worship God. They didn't, thank God for nothing. They wanted to dethrone God when they all came together. It's now nothing is restrained from them. Anything that they imagine, they can do. You can imagine that you are a woman if you are a 6'4", 250. If you're a man that's 6'4", you weigh 250 pounds. You can imagine that you are a 13-year-old little girl, and you can do it. You understand? You can do it. You can identify as non-binary. I don't even know what the hell that is. I guess you're not a man, you're not a woman, you just are you. You understand? Nothing is restrained from these people. Nothing. Whatever they put their mind to do, they will go out there and do it. You understand? Just like how in Babylon. Go ahead.
And go let us go to. Let us go down and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Verse 8. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. All the earth.
Yeah.
And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
You understand? This is account. Hold on. Give me Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 58. This is an account when all the people on the earth came together. They all could communicate with each other and what they decided to do with that power and how it ended. America is the same way. Not only is America spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually Rome, spiritually Egypt, but is also spiritually Babylon. Because this is where all people come together. They all worship their gods. They all can communicate with each other. And there's something that is so evil about being bilingual. You understand? There's just something so evil about it. And especially when it's being used to come together as one people for our oppressor. Us as blacks and Hispanics, that was used to divide and conquer us. Just like how the Most High divided all these nations on the earth with their language, that's what our oppressor did to us when we were sold into slavery. Now, if you're so-called black person, African American, and you want to communicate and build with your Israelite brother or your Mexican brother, you got to learn their language. Understand that language comes with the whole culture. You got to learn their language, their culture. You understand the nuance of their conversation to be able to communicate with them. Same thing if you're Israelite brother and you want to communicate with the Benjamite, a so-called Jamaican. You got to learn their language because that stuff divides us. So we have to learn these languages to communicate with our people and bring us back together. America learning these languages to go against God because that's what he used to separate us. It's even an app that allows you to learn different languages. Now with them, y'all, I'm pretty sure you can guess what the name of this app is.
Was that so?
No, it's right here on topic. You don't even gotta look. You don't even gotta search it up. It's an app that allows you to learn different languages. Just take a guess. Not even something that you know of. Just based off of what we just read. Just guess.
What's that app?
I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, what? No, it's so simple. Mm-hmm. See, I be on Duolingo, so I see these different apps pop up, and I'm like, this can't be the name of this app. Like, it's just so prideful and disrespectful to the Most High, especially referring to what we just read.
So, chapter, we was just in the
We was just in Genesis 11.
11 verse
1 through 10.
What language it was speak?
No, not what language. What's the name of the app that allows you to learn all these different languages?
Sir.
You give up? He said, "Con." It was in the last verse we read. That's just the biggest hint I can give you ever.
Arthur.
Look, verse 9, 11 and 9. It's right there in your face.
They wouldn't call it Babel.
It's called Babel.
Babel.
That's the name of the app that allows you to learn different languages.
You lying.
It's called Babel. It's popular. It's over 10 million users on that app. It's called Babel.
Wait a minute.
This
It's
is
spelled with two B's.
yeah.
Damn.
It's the same thing.
Right.
You understand? Therefore, is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord confounded their language of all the earth, and from thence He scattered them abroad. If you want to communicate with all these people, you got to learn these different languages. You can learn it through Babylon. That's where America is. You understand? It's a damn shame. America coming together with all these people because they're trying to, recreate Babylon. America is filled with so many different nations and empires. It's just amazing. You understand? Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 58.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 58. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burnt with fire.
It say the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken. Her high gates shall be burned with fire. Listen, man, this is, of course, not talking about Babylon in Genesis. This is Jeremiah. This is so many years later. Babylon was already destroyed. So what the hell is it talking about? It's speaking about the Babylon that is standing right now. You understand? That's why the Bible mentions that, it's a great destruction coming. Because all of these empires, all of these great kingdoms will finally be put to rest. It ain't gonna be no more resurrection. It ain't gonna be no more Babylon, no more Rome, no more Egypt, no more Sodom and Gomorrah. It ain't gonna be no more of these things. There's gonna be a great destruction that comes. You understand me? Because just like how we read in Revelation, you understand, when Rome fell, it gave birth to all these different powers, all these different empires. You understand, which all are fashioned, after Rome, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, and Babylon. When the Lord comes, it's going to be a great destruction that's going to destroy all of these empires that have been resurrected time after time after time. A great destruction coming, and it's going to come with thermonuclear fire. That's what's inside of those nuclear bombs. Everybody got nuclear bombs now. I know that we live our day-to-day lives and we don't really focus on what's going on overseas or, with the wars that's going on right now. We know that there's wars going on right now overseas, but we don't care about it. You understand? Our mind is too focused on being a slave. That's why the Bible says the wisdom of a learned man come from the opportunity of leisure. And he that hath little work shall become wise. That's one of my favorite scriptures, man. It's one of my favorite scriptures. We so caught up in being a slave, we can't even really ponder these things. We can't even really consider these different things that's going on in the earth right now because we're so absorbed in our issues. Because that's what religion makes us do. It turns us into individuals. You understand? We can't see the bigger picture. We think that what's going on in our lives is just so unique. You understand? But it's wars brewing across this earth. And everybody have nuclear bombs. So the next world war isn't just going to be fought with armies and guns. They sending missiles, nuclear missiles. I believe Russia or China is said to have a nuclear bomb that can destroy Texas. How big Texas is. Just one bomb. And it's so crazy because I remember when Trump wasn't in office, and they was doing all of their military exercises, showing force. They had and they was going through beef with China. They had a nuclear bomb. It's just so crazy and just so prideful and just right in your face. They had a nuclear bomb called the mother of all bombs. The acronym was MOAB. You just took your officer's test, right? You know what that means. Moab on the bomb. And niggas now say, I got a bullet with your name on it. They got a nuclear missile with their name on it. Literally. You understand? It ain't no way around it. It's right there in your face. You can look at it right now, mother of all bombs. And you know China, they technology crazy. They said they can have a missile from there to Los Angeles in like a few hours. You know how long it takes to travel across the world in a plane that's going 600 miles per hour? They can have a nuclear missile to Los Angeles in a matter of hours. That can't be shot down.
Right.
It's going to be a nuclear warfare.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's no surviving it. That's why this World War III is being prolonged so much, because they know what it's going to lead to. And this like a fail safe. You understand? This like a fail safe. It's like, are you want to come over here and we're about to lose? Say less. These bombs going off. Everybody going to get it. You understand? And that's really what's prolonging this World War III. And this Babylon, this Rome, this Egypt is going. The broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly destroyed. Her high gates shall be burned with fire. All this protection, this military, they spend, I think they said like $24 billion on the military budget each year. $1 billion. What's a trillion? I don't even know. We can look it up. It's a number that is ridiculous. Like I said, every chance I get, I'm going to make you understand the difference between a million and a billion. 1 million seconds is 11 days. 1 billion seconds is 34 years. Understand me? That's a huge number. That's a huge difference. America spent about $24 billion on their military budget to protect them. The Bible say that her high gates and her broad walls shall be burned with fire. You understand me? It ain't gonna mean nothing in a day of the Most High. Understand that this is talking about America, which is spiritually called Egypt, spiritually called Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, and Rome. You understand? The Most High are going to come and destroy it with fire. Read on.
Oh God, so verse 50, verse 50, verse 59.
No, 58 in the middle.
58 in the middle. So I can say. And her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain,
Mm-hmm.
and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary.
The people shall labor in vain. You see all these posts all the time. Oh man, I wish gas could go back down to $25 to fill your gas tank. I wish the apartments can go back to $800 an apartment. You understand? I wish we could buy a pack of chicken for $10 again, $3 again. You understand? It's not going to go back down. You understand? America is falling. Babylon is falling. You understand? It's not going to change. We just work. We just have to work harder. You understand? That's what our whole life is about: working harder. Because it don't matter what the price is going to drop to, it's always going to just be right out of our range. You understand? It's always just going to be right out of our reach. You understand me? It say they labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, they shall be weary. We just so tired of it. We so tired of everything. You understand? The Most High is trying to make us uncomfortable. You understand? He's trying to make us uncomfortable so that we can desire change. We are weary. If our whole life is about chasing the dollar, you understand, it's not going to lead us nowhere. Because money is just meant to be spent. You're going to get it, you're going to save it, you're going to spend it. Repeat, repeat, repeat. That's all our life is about. Getting money, spending it. That's why it feels so strange to not have a job. Understand? It feels strange. It's like bittersweet. In one essence, it's like, okay, you're free and you don't you have more time for the Most High. Understand? More time for everything, literally everything. But at the same time, it just feels so strange. So in the truth, they say, "Oh, then you just lost your slave, Most High in Christ." You understand? Now you're more free to help out the school, in which you should take that opportunity as a blessing. And in the same time, it's just for but so long. You understand? But for so long before you had to go out there and get another job, become a slave all over again. It just feels so strange. But that's what our because our whole life from since we were 16 up until we 30, 40, 50, 60, we've been working. You understand? They say we labor in vain and we are weary. We sick of it, man. That's why more people are trying to use these vacation days. They trying to go out. Listen, hold on, give me Exodus 11:7. They say when we call out of work, we're not trying to see if we can call out. We're just trying to make you aware that we're not coming in on this day. We're not asking. They said they said PTO means prepare the others. Cause I ain't coming in. You understand? Because we're just so tired of everything. Everybody need a break. You understand? Everybody need a break. It don't matter what you going through, what the next person going through. You understand? Everybody need a break because we are weary of being in Babylon and Rome and Egypt and Sodom and Gomorrah. We've been in here for our whole lives, our past lives. Understand? And we are laboring in vain just to make an empire rich that is going to be burned down. That's our whole life, working to make this empire rich and wealthy, just so that it can be burned down. And like how we said, like people are not prepared to be free. Nobody is prepared to be free because like we brought out, it's bittersweet. There's something that a lot of people is not mentally prepped for. You understand? Not mentally prepped for, and you know, that's why in Egypt, when we left, we were so eager to go back. You understand? We were so eager to go back because that slave life is more than just being in shackles. It is your mindset. And that slave mentality has affected so many of our people. That's why, as a priest inside the I.S.U.P.K, inside the Bible, it says that the priest was so holy that they could not deal with the woman if she had a husband for him. They was only allowed to marry virgins. That's how holy the priests were, especially if you had a child. This is biblical. You understand? That's the type of status that the priests had, and the level that they were held to. You understand me? That's the level that they were held to. Now you come inside this truth. You got to be careful of dealing with these people inside the world. Men, women, it don't matter. Understand? The Lord called you to be holy. The Lord called you out of this hell. You understand? Out of this Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah. Listen, if America, this is kind of off topic, but if America is spiritually called Egypt, then of course the capital would be Washington, D.C. If America is spiritually called Sodom and Gomorrah, the capital is San Francisco. And during this LGBTQ Pride Month, man, they better be watching their backs. But of course they won't, because they're so much full of pride. But the Bible say that pride comes before destruction. The Most High is going to send a destruction to San Francisco that is going to shake their town. You understand? A wildfire, a earthquake of like a 8.0 magnitude. You understand? It's going to destroy that San Francisco and their gay pride month and their LGBTQ community. And all of you LGBTQs out there, you better take that as a sign from God when He send destruction on that San Francisco. Just wait and see. You understand? Just wait and see. Wait and see how the Most High destroy that San Francisco and their pride and their rainbows. We not gonna do it. The Bible say that God is not going to meet you as a man, and that He have spirits and angels that's created for vengeance, that lay on sword strokes that appease the Most High. You understand me? And that San Francisco is just the capital of Sodom. They are so known for their sodomy there. All of the sodomy that goes on in San Francisco. It's like how Muslims take their pilgrimage to Mecca to give honor to that stone, to that rock. It's like LGBTQ, that should be your pilgrimage. Y'all should all go down there and at least once in your life, go experience San Francisco so you don't feel like you were in the closet. Because you really only see this LGBTQ so pushed and so publicized during June. The rest of the year, you back in the closet. Y'all come out the closet for June. Come July, y'all back in the closet. Y'all should go down to San Francisco and experience what it's like to just be out in the open. Understand? And while you doing it, understand that the Most High is going to destroy that. He is going to destroy that city. Understand? He is going to destroy it because it's so evil and so wicked. So evil. That's the capital of Sodom. Understand? That's the capital of Sodom and Gomorrah. Just like how the Most High destroyed that city, He's going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's going to be an example. He's going to make an example. This LGBTQ Pride Month, you understand me? Listen, y'all better be careful in San Francisco. Y'all better be careful because the Most High already sending all these plagues through the earth. You think He ain't gonna hit San Francisco? All right, okay. Well, listen, we breaking down how America is spiritually Egypt. So give me Exodus chapter 11, verse 7.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
All right, drop that. Give me Exodus 19 and 5. And I brought this scripture out in like the past 2 or 3 classes. You understand? I told you I was going to break it down on Tuesday. How America is spiritually called Egypt. You understand? So all these people you see walking around, you understand, is Egyptians. They follow the Egyptian customs. They all do their birthdays. They all worship God on Sunday. You understand? All go to that Christian church where all of those gods is portrayed as sun gods because they have the sun right there behind their head, just like the Egyptians did. Understand? And of course, it's LGBTQ month. It's also called Sodom. America is called Sodom. So all these people out here is sodomites, man. They are all half a homosexual. Understand? You trying to pull a train with your homeboy. Is 4 of y'all inside this room with this one woman. You're all butt ass naked around each other. They're all half a homosexual. All these people out here inside of this world is sodomites. You understand? Be careful around them. Even a person that's just got the most women, and you would never expect him, even him. There's so many instances in high school. The person that you least expect to be a sodomite is a sodomite. You understand? The person that you least expect. Everybody out here, this is the land of Egypt as well. Everybody out here is Egyptians. You should not. It say ye may know that the Lord have put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. We can't be living this Egyptian lifestyle, man. Everybody's so focused on getting a shape up, trying to get a haircut. You understand? To look nice and good for massa. You understand? And our women is just so absorbed in it that they only think that you look nice and good if you have a shape up or a haircut. Ain't nobody out here trying to get a shape up and a haircut for the bros. You understand? They trying to get it for the women because that's what the women mindset is. They're stuck in the Egyptian mindset. You understand? And it's all just going against the Most High. It's all going against the Most High. Trying to filter their appearance to become more appeasing, trying to get rid of their nigga appearance, not look like a nigga, not look like the black man that you are, the black prince that you are. You want to look like something else to be more appealing to the eye. Same thing for women in this BBL, all of this nonsense. You understand? They doing this so that they don't look like the black woman that they was created as. They're doing that to change their appearance to be more appeasing, just like the Egyptians, man. Along with all of the mindset, like how we said, believing in that you can do bad all by yourself. You don't need a man. You understand? And as a man, you want to be inside of these women lives, or these children lives. That is all the Egyptian mindset. Like how we said, you got to be careful and dealing with these people that's in the world, these Egyptians, as you would say. So, like I said, Exodus 19:5, right?
Concept.
You understand? The Lord said He put a difference between Egyptians and the Israelites. Read 19:5.
Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Mm-hmm.
For all the earth is mine.
Exactly. Now we say, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, you will be a peculiar people. Peculiar, I believe, just means special. You understand? Let's look it up in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. P-C-U-L-I-C-R. P-U. Yep. It's a different from the usual or normal. Special. You understand? Different from the usual or normal. It's a now, therefore, if you obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you would be peculiar. You would be different from what's normal. You understand? All the stuff you're seeing out here is normal. Why would you want to fit in? Why would we care about a social norm when society itself is not normal? Society itself is filled with a bunch of weirdos that's portraying to be one thing but they are the complete opposite. You understand? The complete opposite. Yeah, I seen somebody say, Tupac only really stepped into that gangster role after he played Juice. Before that, he was all nice, sweet, love, and trying to be a lover boy and all of that good, sweet stuff. And that's not even far fetched because rappers do that all the time. You understand? You see Drake proclaiming and trying to act like he's this woman man when he out here wearing fingernail polish. Same thing with A$AP Rocky. Same thing with so many other rappers. You understand? and they're just strange people. That's normal inside of this society. It's absolutely normal. Everything that is normal in this world, you should look at it as being weird and strange, because that's what it is. Your birthdays, that's weird and strange. Why are you sitting here trying to take all of the glory and honor and praise for yourself on this day? Why? What did you do to deserve that? What did you do to deserve all of that praise and glory? It sounds like you are a god. You understand? That's a strange thing. Knowing how much God is a part of your life, why are you taking the glory that belongs to Him? Same thing for Mother's Day and Father's Day. Father's Day ain't really, you can't even compare it to a birthday or Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? It's the slowest time of year. You know what I'm saying? You don't see all these ads about Father's Day. The same thing you do for Mother's Day. Mother's Day, it's all pink and red and balloons and teddy bears everywhere. Father's Day is just the same thing. I get emails from Hallmark, the place that make the cards. They asked if I would like to opt out of the Father's Day alerts. They asked that, which is crazy because they would never do that for Mother's Day. Never. You understand? Father's Day just get so lost. They even have we no the people in the world. Father's Day is not lawful according to the Most High. But just as a person in the world, you should take it as disrespect that you having Father's Day and you gotta share it with LGBTQ Pride Month. You have to share Father's Day with Pride Month. So even if you want to go out to a restaurant or go out somewhere, you still gotta hear all this Pride Month stuff. You still gotta see this rainbow everywhere during a month that a day is supposed to be dedicated to you. You should feel disrespected, man. You should feel like that's a slap in the face. But you know, all that stuff is just normal. It's just normal. It's normal to not, you know, pay the proper respects to your husband, to your father. It's normal. You understand? As a person inside the truth, even inside this world, you should be bowing down to your father, to your husband. You should be bowing down to him just to oppose all of this nonsense that's being taught in these streets, making you think, oh, I don't need a man. I'm the father and a mother. I don't need a man. That's a disgusting mindset. Disgusting. That ain't nothing but Rome, Egypt, Sodom, and Gomorrah. Because that's going to create little sodomites. All he see is mommy. That's going to and in Sodom and Gomorrah, it wasn't just homosexual, it was women that were whores. You understand? Women that was whores that was made as a god that should be worshipped. That's what they see all day. That's what our women see all day since they was born. That's what's normal. You understand? The Bible say, if you obey the voice of God and keep His covenant, you shall be a peculiar people. You understand? Someone that is different than the norm. It's normal as a woman to just be worshipped. You understand? And bow down to. Inside this truth, it should be the other way around. You should be giving that father, that man, the utmost amount of respect that you can possibly give him. You understand? The utmost amount of respect. You should be bowing down to him. You understand me? That's something that is not normal. That is a spirit that you can only obtain inside this truth. That's why brothers and sisters, especially brothers that come into this truth, you should not be sitting here accepting anything less than that. You understand? Knowing what you possess. just being a man. You understand? Just being born a man and what you can bring to your family. You shouldn't accept nothing less than that. You understand? And you being side this truth, be patient because there's women inside of this truth that will give you that. You understand? That will give you that. You don't gotta fight for it. You understand me? Because us inside of UPK, we already did a fight through all these classes, through all of the goddamn councils. You understand? That's why when you find a woman inside this truth, you gotta pay that dowry for her. You gotta pay that money for her. You understand? Because oh my God, a woman that has a pure mind and that and not the mindset of Egypt, you can't put a price on that. Like how General Muhammad brought out in class yesterday, you picked the wrong woman. You wish you can go back in time and do anything to not make that decision. You understand? You would pay any amount of money to not pick that woman. But you inside this truth, you pick a woman that's inside this truth, you should pay any amount of woman, any amount of money for a woman that has a pure mind, that's not so caught up in all this trauma, not so caught up in the mindset of Egypt. You understand me? You will pay that dowry. That's something that is not normal. The hell with all these social norms. I don't care about a social norm. If anybody know me, I do not care about fitting in nowhere. You understand? Because I'm just me. I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm laid back. You understand me? I do me somewhere off in the cut and I'll be fine. I don't care about no social norms. You shouldn't care about no social norms either. Because this entire society is opposed to you. They are against you. They're against your king and your savior. They're against your God. Why the hell would you want to go and conform to something that society wants? Something that your girlfriends want or that your homeboys want. The hell with all of them. You understand? Because you have a home inside this truth that will never go nowhere. You don't got to change nothing about yourself. You understand? The Bible say that now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine. All the earth is the Most High's. He owns everything. He's in control of everything. The Christian church will want you to believe that God is in a battle with Satan and is on site, and they're ops and they have beef. Man, Satan works for God. Satan works for the Most High. If the most like I brought out inside of the Bible, it says that there are spirits that's created for vengeance and to lay on sore strokes to appease the wrath of the Most High. That's what Satan does, man. That's why in the book of Job, Satan had to go present himself with the other angels to get permission from God to tempt Job. You understand? And do all those things to Job. Satan had to get permission from God. You understand me? He had to get that permission. Satan works for the Most High. Everything you see going on in this earth is all from the Most High. He say he is the author of life and death, health and sickness. He authorized all of this stuff to go on. You go on Warstar, you go on Facebook and Instagram, you gotta click the part inside the stories that say watch video because it's graphic. You seeing all that, that's all from the Most High. He is not nothing to be played with. He is not a mother. You understand me? He is a father. You can do all that lying and trying to squirm your way out of a punishment from your mother. And that's not the same case with a father. We're not going for all that. We ain't trying to hear all that. We know what happened, and we ain't trying to convince you of nothing. All we're going to do is, okay, this is what you want to do. This is the repercussion. That is how the Most High is. That's why you're seeing all of this death. because this is what we want to do as a nation of people, and this is our consequences that we have to pay. That's what a father will teach you, consequences. You understand? That's what he will teach you. It say the whole earth is the most high, but we will be a treasure above all people if we keep these laws. We will be separate. We're not going to be like the rest of these Egyptians and these Sodomites and these Romans that's walking this earth now. We'll be a different nation of people. Deuteronomy say that, this shall be our wisdom among the nations. All the nations will look at us like, damn, this is a wise nation of people. This is a wise group of people because we keep the laws of the Most High. We're protected by God, not because of some spiritual thing, but because we do what He tells us to do. Just like how they say, how can your husband protect you and guide you if you don't want to listen to him? You understand? Same thing with us. How can the Most High protect us and guide us if we don't want to listen to him? But if we do listen to him, we'll get that protection. We'll get that wisdom. You understand? We'll get that wisdom, and we'll be above all nations of people on the face of this earth. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are the best people on this earth. The Most High see everybody else as spittle. You understand me? As spit. That's how we see the rest of this earth. They are ugly. They are not nice. You understand? They are stupid. They are dumb. They are animal. That's how the Most High see the rest of these nations on this earth. If we keep these laws, we are the most beautiful people on the face of this earth, being black and Hispanic people. You understand? Our children, our sons and daughters are the most beautiful people on the face of the earth, the smartest people on the face of this earth, the most kind and nice people on the face of this earth. You understand? Even if we act stupid from time to time, even if we act rude from time to time, the Most High see us as a people that is above all people if we keep these laws inside this Bible. Read verse 6.
Verse 6, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Give me 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. Matter of fact, just drop me down to 56. It said, ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, man. It's a Bible. It's a fire code.
Second Ezra.
2nd Ezra 6 and 56. Say, ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy people. A kingdom of priests and a holy people. That is what we will be to the Most High. We keep these laws, but we don't see that. We see everybody out here just trying to be normal. You understand? Trying to be normal, trying to fit in with everybody else. We are no priests. And the Bible it says that my people, is what Hosea 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Since thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest unto me, and I will also forget thy seed. That's what we see inside this earth right now in the black and Hispanic community. Most High forgot about our children. Our children growing up to be any and everything but good. You understand? Because we forget the Most High. We forget what's right to teach them. We forget these laws, statutes, and commandments. Now we're looked at as a byword and a proverb. You understand? We're looked at as no good niggas. That's what we're looked at as. Lazy people that have no ambition. That's what the earth sees us as. You understand? Because we're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. These commandments are not grievous, man. It's not hard to do once you really understand the effect that not keeping these laws is having on your life. You understand? You'll grow up and you'll realize, man, my life could have been so much better. Especially when you come inside this truth, you'll realize, damn, man, my life could have been so much better if my parents knew these laws and they taught it to me from a young age. Now you're in that same position. You'll see sooner or later how much better your life would be from keeping these laws and how much better your people would be if you kept these laws. We'll be referred to as a wise nation, as a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. You understand? These are the words that the Most High spake to Moses to speak to the children of Israel. This is our history. You'll learn in school the history of all these white people, and then you'll learn the history of black people that we started out as slaves. You understand? Don't believe that. We started out as God's chosen people. And since we didn't want to be God's chosen people, we had to deal with all of the punishment and the death and the no father inside the house and your mother hating you. And that's what we deal with because we don't serve the Most High. You understand? It doesn't make no sense to not serve the Most High. Your life would be so much better. It's not a hard thing to do. Read what you got.
I will come. Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
I'll say that they are nothing. Verse 54 say that, and after these things, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. We all come from Adam. You understand? We all come from his bloodline and his lineage. Let's say, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Even the people who God chose come from Adam. This is what the Bible says. You understand me? It say we all come from Adam, but God chose a special people that comes from Adam. Verse 55 say, and so like all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sakes. We just read that the whole earth belongs to God. He made all of this for us, for his chosen people. Read that verse from the top.
Verse 56. As for the other people.
Now, for the chosen people, God made this whole earth for us. All of the seven wonders, you understand, this whole entire globe, the ocean, everything he made for us so that we can live in abundance and be happy and glad and rejoice in the Most High and serve him. You understand? And follow his laws. It say, but for the other people, read on.
Which also come of Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
You go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. Give me John 15 and 19. But be like unto spittle. That's spit. That's what we're talking about. Spittle is spit. He's saying that the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are above all people. This earth was made for us. But for other people, they are like spit to the Most High. You ever be talking to somebody and they talking and spit fly out their mouth and they kind of almost get on you like, ugh. Or you be talking to somebody and you see that white spit start building on the side of their mouth, you like, ugh. You understand? That's how the Most High view these other nations, these other races. That's how the Most High viewed them. We just read it inside the Bible. He said they're like unto spittle. That's how disgusting the Most High see them. Man, Moab, Chinese people are studied to see where Down syndrome comes from. You understand? They're studied to see where Down syndrome comes from. This is the other races. They're being studied to see where a mental disorder originates. You understand me? Africans over there in Africa, they're rubbing cow urine on their face and cleaning themselves with cow urine and drinking blood and eating the damn what's that stuff called? It's something with the sacrifice. I think, well, like the goat heart the animal bones. They eating all that stuff. Understand? These are the different races. Our oppressor, he'll go out and he'll murder any and everything. If it makes him upset, he'll murder it. You understand? These are the different races of the earth. That's why the Most High said we'll be above these nations if we keep his laws. We'll be set apart. We'll be different. You understand? Moses was chosen to lead his people out of slavery and to lead us to being a holy people. You understand? Being a holy people. But he was afraid because of the issues that he had going on. And it always remind me of that, you know, with this stutter. You understand? He was afraid to go out and speak because of that. But Moses, being as great as he was fighting that. You understand? And that's what I've learned coming into this truth early. You understand? It don't matter what you fighting. You have a message to bring out. You understand? You have been bestowed with the duty of raising your people. It don't matter what battle you fighting. This is what's most important. This is what you should focus on. Being holy and teaching your people that you are better than every other race on the face of this earth. There is no such thing as equality, according to God. No such thing as being equal with all races, with all nationalities. You understand? There's no such thing, because God said we'll be above all people if we keep his laws. We'll be different from this entire land of Egypt. We'll be set on high above all these races. Give me the next verse.
John chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world will love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Let's say, but I have chosen you out of the world. Get me 1 Corinthians 7 and 15. Most High chose us to not be a part of this society. He chose us to understand we wear all of these crazy clothes and the shield of David and these headbands and all these spikes and everything. You understand? He don't want us to fit in from our appearance to how we conduct ourselves to how we speak. We talking about some shalom, how about Shabbat? Don't nobody know what the hell we talking about. You understand? We reading all this Hebrew during the Sabbath service. Don't nobody know what the hell we talking about. We blowing this horn. You understand? We out there calling the oppressor the devil that the Bible speaks of and saying that America is biblically hell. You understand? We are not the same. We was called out of this world. Men are taught that they can have more than one wife. Women are taught that it's okay for their man to have more than one wife because he still loves her. You understand? This is something that is, being called out of this world, because this world is going to end in flames. The world that we know it is going to end in flames. Not like the whole earth is going to blow up, but all of these rulers, these governments that have been oppressing blacks and Hispanics is going to end in flames. You understand? This society that had been stereotyping and racially profiling blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians and having us in slavery all this time, we think that we're not slaves. You understand? You as an adult, you as a child is still a slave. You understand? Still a slave. We was called out of this world because of the way that it treat us is going to be burnt down to the ground with thermonuclear war. You understand? When Christ comes back, he's not going to rule his own part of the world while America's still standing, while China's still standing over there trying to eat bats. Understand? America here, with their gay pride month, all these kingdoms is going to burn up in flames. You understand? and the kingdom of heaven is going to emerge from the dust. Understand me? The Most High called us out of this world so that we can follow Him and serve Him and be protected when that horrible day come. It can come any day. This is the last days that the Bible prophesied of. You understand? The last days. It could come at any given second, man. And that's something that we really have to embrace and really believe. We don't believe it. We don't even consider that. But we're going to get to that further into it if we got enough time. Give me what I call for next? First Corinthians.
First Corinthians chapter 7, 15.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15. The Most High called us out of this world. Read that verse.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Mm-hmm.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
Right.
But God hath called us to peace.
Say, but for God have called us to peace, because it say it's not under bondage in such cases, because you come into the truth, you learn this truth, and this truth become a part of your life, and you live it. You understand? You might find somebody that is still in the world, and you are married to them, you are bound to them, but they are also bound to the world. So you're still inside this issue. You still attached to the world. You going through these issues. You battling. You understand any type of issue that comes with being with someone in the world. They say if that person decides to leave, say the Most High called them to peace, because you are now separated from that bit of the world that's still attached to you. You understand? You're still separated from all the mindset of Egypt that this person is in. You understand? You are called from the world. You are chosen out of the world, like how we just read in John 15. Give me Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Understand? You called out of the world. You called out of that bondage. You are called unto peace. You understand me? Called unto peace. But with freedom, of course, it always comes with the price. Always. There's a certain type of comfort that comes with bondage. Comfort that most people are not ready for. They are not even prepared for it. Because like I said, if you live in your day-to-day life and the cycle, when you're finally called to this peace, you're not ready for it, but you better get ready soon. Because the Most High don't wait for nobody. You understand? His timing is on His timing. Read what you got.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you.
Say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you. Like I said, bondage is such a comfortable place, especially when your life is okay. All your bills paid, you got clothes, you got food, gas money, your car, a job, all that stuff. Your life is fine. You understand? And it's comfortable to be in this bondage. Like I said, everybody want these old prices to come back. Lower prices on apartments, lower prices on rent and gas and food, because it was such a comfortable time. Such a comfortable time. But the Bible say that this is not our rest. Only time we desire change is when we can't afford nothing. Understand? When life is not comfortable, you even take it to when a rapper is trying to get signed. He's dropping 4 mixtapes a year, 27 saying I'm trying to get this word out. It's just stuck. 27 videos. You understand? He doing all this work to get signed. And then once he gets signed, he might have a little run, but he got all his money now. You understand? The songs might start sounding the same. Same thing with the sports. Same thing with sports. A lot of people say that if you really want to watch a good basketball game, you gotta watch college basketball. Them young brothers is playing, they playing with all they might, all of their spirit, all their zeal to get that NBA contract. You understand? Then you get in the NBA and everybody's just trying to get a foul. Everybody trying to get an and one, crying to the ref. That's like the whole game.
Right.
Niggas just crying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the whole entire game. Like, god damn. Because they lose their hunger. Because they already made it. Hell, what do they gotta still fight hard for? You'll see players come along where it's like, damn, he is playing. You understand? Like LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant. You understand? You'll see people come far and few that's really taking their job serious. But for the most part, everybody else is comfortable. You understand? They're just comfortable. The Most High said that this is not our rest. It's not our rest because this place is polluted and it will destroy you. That's why the Most High called us out of the world. He called us unto peace. You understand? He's making us uncomfortable on purpose because he's trying to bring us from out of this slavery. You feel uncomfortable in your life, the Most High is calling you out of the world. You're going to have to change something. You can't continue to be the same person that you was in the world with the same mindset, one foot in, one foot out. You understand? The Most High is making us uncomfortable for a reason. Give me Romans chapter 13 and 11.
Romans chapter 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believed.
Now our salvation is nearer than we believe. Give me John 20 and 29. It say, now our salvation is nearer than we believe. Life is such a habit. Our life is such a habit, a constant cycle of just doing what we was doing the day before and the week before and the month before. You understand? It's just a constant cycle that we can't see anything. We cannot see anything but what is right in front of our face every day. You understand? We can't see nothing else. We like how I said, we can't even fathom that God and can send Christ back and his angels any given day because we're so used to just waking up, going to work, coming home. You understand? That's the same thing with death. You understand? We perceive death as something that happens to other people. We don't even realize, man, we can walk outside and die. You understand? We can walk outside and get killed, have a heart attack, a car accident, or whatever. But we don't really even take that serious enough. Only time we take that serious and really consider that is when, we've just gotten into a crazy car accident or we're staring in the face of a gun or we're inside of a bank when it's getting robbed or some nonsense like COVID-19. We got COVID-19 and we're inside the hospital sick. That's when we consider, then, I could really die today. But any other time, we're just so caught up in our day-to-day lives that we don't even consider it. Let's say, listen, our salvation is nearer than we believe. Just like how we can't even consider that, we don't even really consider that Christ can come back any goddamn day. Any day. We believe that it's going to happen, sometime in the future. Man, right now is the future. If you have not noticed, these are the last days. You understand me? Read what you got.
John chapter 20, verse 29. Yahweh saith unto him.
So like, of course, in the last part on that verse, the Lord chose us to be a part of this salvation. He chose us to wake up out of that sleep. Understand? He blessed us with the spirit to understand what Christ laid down. Listen, he blessed us with that spirit. Read on.
John chapter 20, verse 29. Yahushua saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen.
So like it say, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. This is speaking about when Christ was murdered by the Romans. You understand? By the Romans, when he was murdered and he died and he arose days later. You know, they didn't believe that that was really him until his disciples came to him. Christ said, hey, listen, man, put your fingers right here inside of the wound that I got from the Romans when they stabbed me with them spears. You understand? And they believed that it was Christ. Because I believe in the Revelations, it said when he arose, you know, he had a complete different appearance. You know, taller, darker, just different. You understand? So they didn't believe that it was him. But when he showed them, listen, this is right where they pierced me at. You seen it with your own eye. They put their fingers inside of that wound. You understand? And he said, since you seen me, you believed. You understand? You believe that I'm me. You believe everything that I said and that I've taught. Because you seen me. He was right there with Christ that whole time. 12 disciples, they was there with him. They seen him die. And they seen him arise again. He says, since you seen me, you believed. Read after that part.
And many other signs truly did Yahushua in the presence of his disciples.
No, read it from the top.
Oh, sorry. Verse 29. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. But blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Listen, man, we have not seen Christ. Give me Matthew 8 and 26. We haven't seen Christ. You understand? We ain't see him on this earth. We ain't see him doing these miracles. His disciples seen all of that. And they didn't believe that it was Christ until they finally put their finger through his side where the Romans pierced him at. You understand? They finally believed it, fully believed it once they finally seen him arise from the dead, a whole new appearance. You understand? We ain't never even seen Christ. You understand? We are blessed to have this spirit of understanding of Christ and believe what he taught, believe what he laid down. You understand? To believe in the Most High, we are a blessed nation of people for that inside of ISUPK. You can't for one day forget that the Most High chose you, not because of anything that you did special, because he decided to have mercy on you. You understand? Because he decided to give you the spirit, and he can take it right away from you. And you'll become an enemy to the school, just like everybody else that left, you understand, and that stopped serving the Most High. You know, so we are blessed to have that spirit. Read what you got.
Matthew chapter 8, verse 26. And he saith unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith?
What?
Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm.
Gotcha. Yeah, this was when he had one of the disciples walking on water. And he was actually walking on the water, but he seen the waves all big and you know, splashing and breaking, and he got scared. He said, ye of little faith, why are you scared? Why do you fear? You understand what you see around you. You understand what is faith in the beginning? Faith is having works. Understand? You're doing the work of the Most High. You're keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments in hopes and understanding that the Most High will help you in your time of need. You understand? That's what faith is. You doing the work. You're keeping your side of the agreement, of the contract that the Most High gave to all of us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? You're doing your part of the deal, knowing that the Most High will do his part of the deal, and helping you in your time of need. You understand? Give me 2 Peter 1:10. Ye of little faith. That means you have little hope that the Most High will save you in your time of need. You have little hope because you're doing little work to ensure that the Most High will save you in your time of need. That's why you fearing so much. That's why you're so much full of fear, because you're not doing enough work to make sure that you know, all right, listen, man, I'm doing my part of this deal. The Most High got me. That's why you have little faith. You understand? That's where that comes from. You not making your election sure. Read what you got.
So 2 Peter.
1:10.
Oh God, 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Mm-hmm.
For if ye do these things,
So like it say, make your election sure. Don't be a goddamn fool. You know exactly where you slacking at. Like I said, we too old to be believing in coincidences. We're too old for that. You know exactly where you slacking at. You know exactly what you got to do right. You know what you're doing wrong. You know what you can do better in. Don't be a fool. If you look up, we looked up fool in the Sabbath service inside the Bible. It came up 250 times. So it's about like 99% of the time where the Bible is calling somebody a fool, it's referring to the children of Israel. We are such a foolish nation. Understand? A foolish nation. Do not be a fool. We know where we are slacking in. That's why I say make your election sure. You know exactly what you need to do to serve the Most High and to make sure that He's on your side. You just not doing it. For whatever lies and demons and excuses you got inside of your mind, or whatever type of Egyptian philosophy or Roman philosophy that's still inside of your mind that's stopping you from serving the Most High completely, you know what it is. And you know what you need to do. Don't be a damn fool. Read the next part.
wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
It say, ye shall never fall. You shall never fail. This is what I just broke down. Faith. You making your election sure. You putting in this work to make sure that the Most High is on your side. If the Most High is on your side, who can be against you? You understand? Who can oppose themselves against you? Not no crooked cops, not no America, not no child support, not nothing can be against you if you know that the Most High is on your side. You understand? That's what I just broke down about faith. You shall never fail. If you got a little faith, it means you're doing little work and you don't believe that the Most High is on your side because you know damn well you're not serving the Most High as much as you can serve him. Read that next part.
Next verse.
Yeah, 11.
For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua Mashiach.
Hold on, let me catch up with you. But this is a heavy part. Verse 11. Read it again.
For as an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly.
Abundantly. How many classes do we have? We got in Philly and most schools across this nation. We got classes 6 days a week, at least 2 hours a day. You know, some brothers gonna be going on for 4 or 5 hours. That black watch, you understand? You ain't leaving until 1 o'clock in the morning. That's often. We got classes 7 days a week. You understand? We got schools all over the globe. How many priests and prophets there is inside this truth, inside this truth that's scattered across this whole earth? You understand? There's priests and prophets inside of your home. Priests and prophets all up and down your streets, on the street corners, going to the same poppy stores that you are in. You understand? We're everywhere on these corners, at these camps, bringing out the word of the Most High, showing you where you're going wrong. You understand? It's a for For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you. Minister means, of course, to aid or give service. And we're doing this abundantly through all of these classes, showing you how to serve the Most High. In camp, showing you how to serve, how to serve the Most High. At home, showing you how to serve the Most High. Say, for so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord. We're showing you how to make your election sure. Give me Isaiah 59 and 1. You understand? We're showing you how to do it. So if you have little faith, it's because you're not making your election sure. This given to you abundantly. You understand? It's in abundance since 1969. We've been showing you how to reach the kingdom of heaven. New people come in and they continue this work, showing you how to reach the kingdom of heaven. There shouldn't be no reason why you are not making your election sure. There should be no reason why you have a little faith in the Most High when we are showing you how to serve Him. We are showing you how to make your election sure. If you still got little faith, then that's on you. You understand? The Bible said if you warn the wicked of their wicked ways, and they turn not, then they're gonna die. But your hands is clean. Their blood is not on your hands. You understand? We are showing you this abundantly. You understand? You think God can't help you with this little ass problem that you're going through? All the problems that we face, it say is common to man. Read what you got.
God, sir. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you.
It said, go ahead.
So that he will not hear.
It say, behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that he cannot save. Imagine you was drowning. He can reach out his hand to help you. It say, and neither is his ear heavy that he can hear you. He can hear all these prayers, man. You think the Most High not hearing you? Understand? He helped out millions of people with the same problems. Millions of people with the same problems in a million different lifetimes. You think he can't help you out with your problem? Why do you think that when it's your turn for him to help, with this problem that he helped or that he fixed a million times before, you think, okay, when it's my turn to get help on this problem, he's just going to skip me. Why do you think that? The second verse broke it down. Your iniquities have separated you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you that he will not hear. You understand? He is not going to hear it now. He don't want to hear your problems. He's not going to save you because of you are not making your election sure. You understand? You're not making your election sure and serving the Most High how you should be serving Him. That's what's making you have little faith in the Most High. It's not God. It's not this school. It's you. You understand me? And this just remind me real quick before we wrap it up. It reminds me of my fear of roller coasters. I've got on my first roller coaster probably like a few years ago. I thought, once it's my time to go on a coaster, I'm going the thing going to break. It's going to fly. It's going to fly off the rails, and I'm going to die. But one day I just happened to get in line, and I'm all nervous with all these fears and thoughts. But I'm watching how the line is just moving forward. Watching how everybody is getting on a roller coaster and getting right off, having fun. You understand? And I'm thinking like, man, why the hell would this thing break once I get on it? And then I say to myself, I'm like, all right, watch this next group of people. They're going to get off. They're going to get on, have fun, get off, and it's gonna be fine. And I watched them, and that's exactly what happened. I'm like, man, now why would it not work when it come to me? You understand? And I was able to, get rid of that fear and just go and have fun. And that's the same thing for the Most High. Now, why would He not come and help you with this problem that He helped a million other people with? Why? It's because our iniquities have separated us from the Most High. You understand? It separated us. Now, this is what you know. You know what to do. You know what you're not doing. Now what are you going to do? Are you going to make a bunch of excuses like a child and lie to yourself like a child? 'Cause that's what kids do. They know what they did was wrong, but they're going to lie. Are you going to be the same way? You understand? Are you going to do the exact same thing that your child will do, or are you going to be an adult? Everybody swear up and down that they're grown until it's time to take accountability. You understand? Until it's time to own up to what you're doing or what you're not doing. You know what you're not doing. You know how to make your election sure. We're ministering this entrance to heaven to you abundantly. Understand? Abundantly. Week after week, day after day. You know it. You understand? And we're going to end the class on that note. Make your election sure. Serve the Most High. You know that you should serve the Most High. You understand? There shouldn't be no excuse, no nothing. You understand? And with that, this was the Tuesday Brotherhood class. I'm preaching officer of 1,000, Malaahkya. I'm going to pass the class off to a preaching officer of 50, my thumb yard.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command Gen.YAHANNA. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister.
Right.
There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry.
That's right.
Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
Means tenth in Hebrew, Ma'ai Sharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department.
Mm-hmm.
Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like.
Holy Convocation. The next Holy Convocation is the memorial blowing of the trumpets, Friday, September 15th. Read about that in Leviticus 23rd chapter, verse 24 and 25. The water.
Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, headbands, and scarf. And with that, individual, Israel, Imagine. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Individual, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Sar, which means turner. We're going to give a sister the courtesy salute. Individual, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahweh Matah.
Pastor Smith.